Everyone quiet. Rolling sound. Okay, Doc.
It's time for you to hear my side of the story.
Well, if you haven't seen it, you've definitely heard of it. Tiger King.
Tiger King.
Tiger King.
Tiger King.
Is coronavirus, and then there is Tiger King and nothing else.
Here's the proof. There are not thousands of tigers hidden in the backyards of America.
Myrtle Beach Safari euthanizes their cubs is the biggest bunch of f***ing bullshit I ever read.
He also said that everyone has a boob job.
That is not this relationship. He's not my husband. He's a partner of mine.
Myrtle's facility at Big Cat Rescue down in Tampa is a piece of I've been there twice.
If there are 10,000 tigers hidden in the United States, there'd be 200 per state.
People are making a quick buck off of this stuff when Joe is stuck in a cage.
Tim Stark's license is gone. Jeff Lowe's license is gone. Carol's gates are closed. Those substandard facilities have gone poof. This Ritz-Carlton of wildlife facilities is open.
Oh, that's kind of why I'm here today, because I'm just setting the record straight that was a flat-out, bold-faced lie.
The show Tiger King chased after the insanity that was Joe, who called himself the Tiger King. What happens here is so much bigger. There's so much more going on. We really are the Tiger Kingdom, and there's so much more here than the king.
Come on, big dog.
Tiger King was not a documentary. You know, it's being put forward as though there was some documentary about a truth, about the insane idea that there's a cub petting industry in America. This is a complete joke. The people in Tiger King, except me of course, are a complete joke. They were scoundrels doing things in a crooked way and not playing by the rules and definitely not taking proper care of the animals. And all of them are gone now. Joe's in jail, Tim Stark's license is gone, Jeff Lowe's license is gone, Carol's gates are closed. Those substandard facilities have gone poof. We were included in Tiger King solely for the purpose of having them look better.
Tiger King introduced people to the world of exotic animals, but they only depicted a very small group of people who didn't necessarily do the best job. And so it put a bad image on the rest of us who are trying to do an amazing job doing conservation efforts for exotic animals.
I'm Dr. Bhagavan Antle, director of the Myrtle Beach Safari and the Rare Species Fund, here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. My name Bhagavan is a common name, but not in Middle America. You can find 1,000 people named Bhagavan if you lived in a neighborhood in India, and that's where the name was taken from. It's the name that my grandfather gave me. It's put into the series as though it's given out as some mysterious thing that I'm using as a signal for virtue to enhance some ideology about myself. Well, that's just all baloney. It's John if you come from the right neighborhood. Myrtle Beach Safari started in 1992 here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Here is a fact that may make you stop for a second. There are more captive tigers in the U.S. today than there are in the wild throughout the world.
There are more tigers in Texas than exist in all the wild.
The concept that there are more tigers in captivity than in the wild is something that has been repeated. It's on the internet everywhere, but there's zero proof of that. So I have a PhD in psychology. My focus was animal behavior, which is a subfield of psychology. All of my research was about well-being of captive big cats. So I've spent literally decades working on behavioral aspects of big cats, tigers in particular.
The idea that there are more tigers captive in the United States than there are in the wild is absolutely absurd. America doesn't have a tiger problem. America has a problem with the people who are conning the public out of their hard-earned money, pretending to protect tigers. Millions of dollars are flowing to scamtuaries and to zoological parks, large and small, who claim to be saving these American tigers.
This was a FOIA request that took a couple years to get from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, which lists every facility in the country and the tigers they have, and they come up with an astronomical number. Like if you add up all the tigers that are on here in 2017, it says that there's 9,003 tigers, right? And there's only 3,000 tigers in the wild. But that's because the people who are reading this are not qualified to interpret the federal document that they're getting. If you actually go through and say, these are all the places with tigers, but they have been inspected multiple times over the year, you're actually counting the same tigers 3 or 4 times. So the actual number of tigers in 2017 was less than 1,700. They're reporting 9,000 because they don't know how to read the document.
If there are 10,000 tigers hidden in the United States, those tigers would have to be distributed. If you just somehow could evenly distribute them, there'd be 200 per state hidden around among 50 states. Well, of course it's absurd. Think there's 100 tigers sitting in Rhode Island somewhere that no one can find? The call of a tiger can be heard for 5 miles. Tigers are not quiet. Tigers eat an enormous amount of food. They're not hidden. And if a tiger's not properly cared for and kept in a proper environment, tigers die off. So it's absurd to think that they exist. And then on top of that, where would the tiger have come from? Who's breeding these tigers? There are 1,200 tigers in America that are part of the regulated system of the United States Department of Agricultural Federal Inspection Service done by veterinarians under the Animal Welfare Act. Those 1,200 tigers are the ones that are at every sanctuary, every zoo in America, and they're regulated and watched over. 50% of those tigers are already being kept by someone pretending they rescued them, when almost every single rescue has a regular record of purchasing those animals.
Here's the proof. There are not thousands of tigers hidden in the backyards of America. There are about 1,500 tigers in all of the United States, and right now there are 260 facilities.
Hi, welcome. How are you guys? Come on in.
How you doing?
Good, I'm doing very well, thank you. My name is Mark McCarthy, and I'm the director of the McCarthy Wildlife Sanctuary here in West Palm Beach. Been in the animal business since 1972 professionally.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. There's a lot more content. If you enjoyed this, take a look at tigerkingdom.tv. Great stuff there.